Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well. It's Monday, October 12th. I have a quick video update for you, the latest on the stimulus news, including some good news from yesterday on the potential to repurpose PPP funding. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about what Pelosi's saying this morning, what Trump is saying this morning, why the stock market is going up, and I'm going to give a quick update on the latest COVID news, and of course our stimulus checks that we are giving out more of this Wednesday. As you know, we are donating all of our YouTube revenue to give out to stimulus checks. We've picked 20 winners so far. We've given out 10 checks to folks. We're continuing to hustle. There's one quick ask today. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't. It means so much to us for what we're doing, and it helps us to increase our channel's visibility. And honestly, your comments mean so much to us. They inspire us to keep doing this, to keep hustling, for me to keep doing these videos every day, and to see what else we can do to try to help. So thank you. It's really incredible to see. But let's quickly give you a recap of the news today. This happened yesterday. Meadows and Mnuchin wrote a letter to Congress urging them to repurpose the PPP money amid stimulus wrangling. Here's what they wrote in the letter to Congress. Now is the time for us to come together and immediately vote on a bill to allow us to spend the unused Paycheck Protection Program funds while we continue to work towards a comprehensive package. That's around $300 billion. Now, this is more promising because for the longest time, of course, as we know, Pelosi said all or nothing for many reasons. One, she's afraid that if you pass a slim bill, that Republicans will never come back to the table. So if you pass a quick bill for stimulus checks, if you pass a quick bill for PPP funding or EIDL funding, then they'll never come back to talk about funding for education, funding for hospitals, funding for COVID testing and tracing, all of those things that Democrats really want to be included. So that's why she's always been against compromising and going below her $2 trillion number. However, from Mnuchin and Meadows, they criticize this a lot, and there is some validity to this criticism. The all-or-nothing approach is an unacceptable response to the American people. You know, on the one hand, time is money. Tens of millions of you are struggling right now on basic things like rent and jobs. So you don't care about the political games, you just need help now. At the same time, Democrats believe that if they can wait and hold off until after the election, they have the potential to pass something bigger. Now here they are, Mnuchin and Meadows. This letter is different because it's not voting on new funding, it's reallocating existing funding that was approved in the CARES Act. Again, whether Pelosi and Schumer agree with that differentiation, let's see. But this news is a reason why Wall Street and the stock market have been doing well today. People are optimistic that there will be some additional stimulus, whether that's just for small businesses with this reallocation of PPP funding or not. The other reason this is good news here on the PPP side is that, according to our data, there was tons of overlap between PPP recipients and EIDL recipients. And many of you who've been fighting for EIDL grants, of course, grants is better, but remember, PPP funding is forgiven under certain stipulations. So even if there isn't EIDL grant funding, in many cases, more PPP funding would still be applicable to you and you'd still have a shot at it getting forgiven. Now, I just want to remind everyone that we have 22 days until the election. Millions of people have already voted. We've been at this impasse for 5 months. In fact, CNBC, they cover this stuff every day. They do a long timeline of where everything has failed, and we've done videos on where everything has failed as well. The latest, of course, was the House Democrats passing a bill on October 1st that was shut down by the Senate. Then Trump proposed a standalone legislation, which was shot down. And today, again, TBD, we're still at an impasse. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court confirmation hearings began today for Judge Amy Coney Barrett. So that's taking a lot of the lawmakers' attention. But of course, Mnuchin, Meadows, and Trump want something before the election. It will certainly help them, even if they can pass some small business funding and have more PPP funding. It's going to help them. It's going to help you. So we'll keep you posted on what happens there. Now, when COVID cases, they continue to increase in the U.S. In fact, the 7-day rolling average is now around 50,000. That's where we were towards the beginning of August. It's not good as we get into the colder months. However, there is positive progress on vaccines. Of course, the rollout for vaccines and all that is going to be a whole nother mess. You can be sure of that. We're watching these numbers. We're watching the stock market and all the stimulus talks as well, because a lot of that will inform what lawmakers decide to do. Are they going to actually sit down and make a decision. Again, personally, I think before the election, nothing will happen. So as a quick reminder, if you haven't gone here yet, helloskip.com/stimulus-checks. After subscribing to this channel, go here. We are picking more winners on Wednesday. I'm going to put this link in the description, by the way, and we're going to do everything we can to continue to help you. As always, thank you so much for supporting our channel, sharing our channel, and leaving these heartfelt comments and sharing your story. It means so much to us. As always, stay well, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow.